Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are having a great day. So today is going to be an anti-haul video. I have done one of these in the past. I did not make up this video idea. I talk all about that in my first video. So check that out if you haven't already. But what an anti-haul video is, basically, it's things I'm not gonna buy. So I just did, my last video was a haul. So I feel like now every time I do a haul, I want to do an anti-haul. Things that I didn't even want, things that I really want, but I'm talking myself out of. And if some of these things are things that you really want or you're gonna buy or you have and you love, that's awesome. I don't want you guys to think I'm being negative towards a brand or a product, because I'm not. Like, the majority of these items are things that I want, but I'm not gonna buy them for whatever reason, and I will share that reason with you. It's kind of motivation for me, and it's not only motivation, but it is accountability. So if I tell you guys I'm not gonna buy it, then I will stay accountable. You know what I'm saying? So I've been trying really hard in 2016 to pan products and to not just hoard makeup, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no way I could use all the makeup I have. So I'm kind of trying to like reel myself in, and this helps me do so. So this is going to be a cool one because I did just attend the VIB Rouge event where they talked, or they let us shop the holiday sets. So there's a bunch of holiday stuff that I want to mention that I'm going to stay away from, stay strong, and not buy it. But just remember, these brands are brands that I love and I support. Just specific things I don't want to buy for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's start out with the first thing, and it is the Bite Beauty MultiStick. Okay, basically it is a lipstick that you can use all over your face, but my thought is you can use lipstick all over your face, the ones that you have, and it's not like they're coming out with unique colors, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just kind of nudes. Like, how many nudes do I have? I have straight up used Wet n Wild's Fergie Daily to contour with before. Like, I usually, in my makeup bag, I only carry lipsticks and like touch-up powder. So I get creative, you know what I'm saying? If I'm on the go, if I'm gone for 12 or 14 hours during the day and I need to sharpen up my contour or put a little, you know, blush on my cheeks, I'll use a lipstick. I just think, I don't know, I mean, it's a cool concept, but my opinion is if you have lipstick, you can use it on your face, girl. There's no rules. Okay, so the next item is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I mean, seriously, oh, it makes me crazy how far they're going with this naked stuff. So I have all of the naked palettes except for the Naked Smoky. I have the 2 basic palettes and I have the 3 Naked 1, 2, and 3. I just feel like I have them all. I don't need this one. I know it's new shades, but I mean, I think I can make do with what I have, you know what I'm saying? I do think, however, if you didn't get the Naked Basics or the Naked Basics 2, it'd be cool to get the palette that has both of them in it, but I'm just skipping out on it because I have enough nude palettes. Like, I have enough naked palettes, you know? I mean, seriously. Kind of along those same lines is the Kylie Cosmetics Eyeshadow Palette, which everybody was freaking out over her packaging, and with the whole eyes, I mean, Ciate did this like 6-8 months ago. So I do like her palette, you know, the eyes. I like these palettes that have the eyes, but it's another neutral palette. It really is. And from the reviews I've seen, it's not like anything life-changing. So I'm gonna skip out on the eyeshadow palette. I do think it's a super cute name though, but it's too much of a hassle to get Kylie Cosmetics, and it's just a basic palette, which I know that's what Kylie wears, you know, but I have enough. I have enough basic eyeshadow palettes. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the Makeup Geek and Kathleen Lights highlighter palette. It is beautiful. I am an affiliate with Makeup Geek. I do love their eyeshadow palettes, or no, their eyeshadows, the single shadows. However, $39 is kind of steep. Now, I know that they're huge pans. I watched Marlena's video that they're kind of the same size as the Becca pans, the Becca highlighter pans. However, I mean, $39 for $1 more, you can get an Anastasia highlighter palette, and it has a 4th shade in it as well. So I think it's kind of steep. I love her formula of eyeshadows, so I don't doubt that it's beautiful, but I just think it's a little, if it was like $25, I would have probably bought it, but for $39, I just think you could get a better bang for your buck elsewhere. Okay, let's talk about the Loreal Pro 3 Mega Palette. I have the first one and I do love it, but Loreal shadows are not my favorite formula, if I'm being honest. They kind of all blend together. Does anyone else experience that with Loreal? I'm not sure. I really used to love the Loreal Pro palette, but now that I've tried more eyeshadows, I just don't think that the formula is up to par with other eyeshadows. I mean, I don't know. And I really, let's be honest, I am kind of overwhelmed with big palettes like that. Palettes that have 20, 30, 35 shades in them kind of overwhelm me because they're not in sections. And you guys know, I've only been wearing makeup for 4 or 5 years now, so I'm not good with like coming up with color combinations and all that stuff. So I kind of like smaller palettes that give you an outline of what you can do with them, you know what I'm saying? I just get overwhelmed with a huge palette like that. But I also don't love the formula of Loreal as much as I used to, so definitely gonna skip out on that one. Okay, let's talk holiday sets for a minute, you guys. I went to the VIB Rouge event, like I said earlier, and everyone was commenting on that haul video that they were a little bit underwhelmed, and I kind of was too. I was a little bit underwhelmed with the event itself. My Sephora sold out of a lot of the holiday sets before I even got there. I got there at 9. They started at 8:30. They only had a handful of each gift set, you know what I'm saying? So I just felt like they weren't really stocked and prepared for it, and it was kind of a weird event, if I'm being honest. But they did have a lot of holiday sets out. Now, the one I wanted to buy was the Buxom lip gloss set, because the actual glosses in the holiday set this year have like a lot of multi-dimensional glitter in them, which I love. But I actually put it in my bag and I was like, no ma'am. I literally, not exaggerating, have 15 to 20 Buxom lip glosses. I love the formula, and that's why I get those little mini sets every year, but I can't do it. Like, there's no way I could use all of the lip gloss that I have, you know? If you haven't tried the Buxom glosses and you want to, it's a great value because you get 6 of them, you know? 6 different colors, and they're little minis, so they go in your purse really nice. And another thing about those is you can split them up through friends and family for Christmas, but I can't do it. I cannot buy another set of mini Buxom glosses as much as I want to. I'm not gonna buy that because I know I already have a ton. So another holiday palette, or there's a couple Too Faced holiday palettes, and this goes for the Nikki and Too Faced palette as well. I always fall into that trap. I really do. I always fall into the Too Faced holiday sets trap because it is a good value, and you know, you get a ton of product for a really great price. I think they're good gifts, but I'm not doing it this year. I'm not buying them for myself because I never use them after the holiday time. If you're a blogger or a YouTuber, like, you really don't want to talk and promote products that aren't available anymore, because that just irritates people. It irritates me, you know? So I never really reach for them very much. Now, the Too Faced sets that I would recommend are the ones that come in the little mini versions. Like, they usually have the mini melted lipsticks or the mini blush set, which I don't have any of these full-size blushes by Too Faced. This is the long-lasting 16-hour blushes, This one's in the color Love Hangover. That's what I'm wearing today. I don't have any full size because it's a good value to get these during the holiday season because you get a few shades. Like, I think I got 3 of these blushes and 3 melteds for like 30 bucks, and that's a great value. However, those big palettes that have the blush, bronzer, highlighter, and like 6 or 8 shades of shadows and mascara and all that kind of stuff, I'm just not doing it this year because they're really all the same in my opinion. That sounds horrible, but like the Too Faced holiday palettes always have, you know, purple in them, a lot of neutral shades, like the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I just feel like there is a lot of repeated eyeshadows, if not the same exact shade. They've changed it just a little bit, just enough to say that they're new shades, and I'm just not going to buy into it this year. Like I said, I do think the little mini sets of the blushes or melted lipsticks are good value if you're wanting to try that formula. I'm just not going to buy into the whole holiday kits. Like, it's just too much for me. Plus, I love Too Faced packaging. I think that Too Faced is my favorite brand when it comes to packaging alone, and they're so cute around the holidays with their sets. But generally speaking, they're really bulky, and I don't have a lot of room in my makeup collection anymore to store and, you know, hold big bulky packaging. So while I think they're really cute and I think that they would be a great gift for people, I'm just not going to buy them for myself this year because, you know, I had a couple Too Faced palettes and I sold them in blog sales, or I decluttered them and gave them to friends just because I already have all those eyeshadow colors. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I'm not going to buy is the Becca Champagne Splits. Now, they almost got me on this one because I really want Prosecco Pop, but I have Champagne Pop, and I have a lot of the Becca blushes, and not only that, I have blushes that are the same shade that are in the Champagne Splits. So I can't justify to myself buying them. I can't. I feel like, and this is probably just me, but I feel like Becca is kind of like playing off of the Champagne Pop collection. You know, I don't know. I mean, I think Champagne Pop is a beautiful highlighter, and if you don't have it, the value of the splits is pretty good. But I mean, I probably would recommend just getting the highlighter because you get a huge pan, and that's a highlighter that you can kind of wear every single day. I don't know. I feel like we all bought Champagne Pop when it came out, and so for them to re-release it in a blush and highlighter duo, I don't know. I'm jaded by that. It seems kind of, I don't know how it seems, but I'm just not going to buy into it. I'm not going to get it. That's another one. I swatched them in the store when I was at the VIB event the other day, and like I wanted it. I mean, they're beautiful. Their blushes are amazing. That highlighter is amazing, but I have enough. You know what I'm saying? I know I keep saying that. I keep saying it, but if you guys have a lot of makeup in your collection, I just feel like we need something different. You know, I feel like it's always the same things re-releasing in a different package or a different name, and there's a lot of hype around it, and I can't do it anymore. I can't keep up anymore, you know? Okay, and the very last thing I want to talk about in this video is strictly because I want you guys to keep me motivated to not buy these because I want them so bad. I am a sucker for liquid eyeshadows. I really am, especially metallic, the ones that come on a doe foot applicator. Like, I am a sucker for those. I like a really metallic, you know, banging, popping lid. And the Urban Decay Liquid Moon Dust shadows, I want every single one of them. I don't know if I can fight this urge, you guys, but man, they're like 20 bucks. And I'll tell you what, they are very, very similar to the Jordana Made to Last liquid eyeshadows. Granted, the Jordana ones only come in kind of very neutral shades. The Urban Decay ones come in like a fun blue and a fun purple and I think a green and all kinds of beautiful colors. But then there's the Maybelline Color Tattoos. I mean, there's so many other products that are liquid eyeshadows. This is going to be the one that's going to kill me because I really want to get at least one of those to try the formula, to try the, you know, to see how long they last, and they're beautiful. But I have so many liquid eyeshadows anyways, I need to fight it. I really do. If you haven't checked out the Jordana ones, they are definitely worth the $2 or $3 that they are. I did a whole video on those, swatching them. But like I said, the Jordana, I wish they would come out with some colored ones, some fun colored ones, because I would totally buy those. But I'm really trying to fight the urge to get the Urban Decay ones, so I'm not going to buy those. They didn't have them in store when I was there the other day. I'm afraid that I would have caved and bought it because they just look beautiful. If you've tried those, let us know below in the comments what you think of them. But another thing I wanted to tell you guys, if you're trying to not shop, if you're trying to, you know, reel in your makeup collection and use up what you have, one tip that I strongly recommend that I personally have been doing is I have not been going to Sephora. I hadn't gone to Sephora in a couple of months before I went to the Rouge event this past weekend. It's so hard to get caught up when you're in there swatching. You make a lot of, I don't know, just spur of the moment buys, you know, and I don't want to do that anymore. So that's been one thing that I've done, is really stop going into the store. I have an Ulta Beauty like less than a mile from my house, but I really don't let myself go in there because I'll want to get everything. So I've been trying to stay out of the makeup stores. I do still kind of look at stuff online, but I love the Sephora Loves list because you can add things in there and then take them out, and kind of, it feels like you're shopping but you're not really buying anything, and then you can sleep on it, and if you really want it the next day, maybe you could pull the trigger. But I don't know, it's been a really big help for me to not go into the store. So if you have any other tips or kind of tricks that you play on yourself to not buy makeup, let me know below, because I really have been putting a big effort into not being a crazy makeup hoarder anymore. But that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.